My name is Belinda Wasser, also known as RocketGirl, and today we're going to talk about better client communications. When you're a virtual assistant, it is typical that you will work with a lot of different types of people with different communication styles, people from other cultures, people likely that you've never met. And so navigating those waters when you are not able to read their body language or spend time with them can be a little tricky. So I've come up with a few ways to manage this that we're going to talk about today. Email writing is really important. And, sometimes I want to write my thoughts down really quickly and then just hit send and it's on its way. But that is a really bad idea. What you want to do is write the email, then go back through it and make sure that every time you say it or this or that you actually put the word in, so that it's as clear as possible. If you're explaining a process, go through step by step and make sure you haven't left a step out. Also think about the best way to organize the paragraphs so that they make more sense. Now, I'm not talking about spending 30 minutes on an email, but I am talking about, going through one more time after you read it. Your client will really thank you for doing that, and they will not be upset by the extra time that you've taken because it's really sped the whole process up because now there's not going to be a lot of back and forth. Email reading. Very often, my clients can be in a hurry. We really have no idea what's going on in their lives right before that email or what's going to happen right after they send it. Sometimes they forget to say, please, thank you. Sometimes I have one client, she gives me the to-do in the subject line of the email. So what I need to do instead of getting irritated by that is just stop, think for a minute, and I read the email in my head, the little voice that, I don't know about you, but when I read something, I hear it in my head. I make that voice as nice as possible. And I assume that they're in a hurry. I assume that they're giving me their best. And that helps the process quite a bit by making it the best possible communication that I can given what I have. So email reading can be critical. The other thing about email reading is you want to make sure that you spend a few minutes before you go back with a quick question, because sometimes the answer is there, but we're just hitting the ball back as fast as possible. So make sure that that you read it more than once and try to figure out what it is they're asking. Now, talking shop, this is kind of an interesting thing because we know a lot about technology and computers and things like that. I think the assumption is that our clients do as well, but that is not always the case. In fact, it's rarely the case. So I want to invite you to leave all jargon out. Like I was in a meeting not that long ago and I kept talking about opt-in, and people did not know what I was talking about. And so I had to take a second and think, okay, my first thought is that everybody knows that, like that's a common thing, but it's not. So I had to go back and explain, an opt-in is when someone gives you usually their email address in exchange for a freebie or access to a webinar and explain it. And it's always when that happens, it's always a good reminder for me to really keep the jargon out and to explain to the people I'm talking to in language that they can understand and appreciate. These were very smart people. They just didn't spend a lot of time talking about opting in. Definitely not as much time as I talk about it. All right. Here's another thing that makes communication much better. So I will be sitting on the couch at 8 o'clock at night or Sunday, and an email will come in from a client. Two things can happen. One is that I can get really mad and think, I can't believe they're emailing me right now because I'm not working, and why would they do that? All right. So what you want to do up front is make your hours clear. So my clients They may or may not think that I'm going to email them on the weekend, because sometimes I do, but they don't expect it because I've made it clear when I'm at my desk and when I'm not. So instead of getting upset because they're emailing me, what I think is, how cool is this? I'm sitting on the couch and I still have a steady stream of work coming in. How lucky is that? So little reframe on the client communications goes a long way, and I invite you to try this out for yourself. Before I go, I just want to take a minute and invite you to my free online classroom. It is on Facebook, and if you type the Virtual Assistant Connection in the search bar at the top, you will be able to click the join button and come right in. I'd love to have you. I'd love to welcome you in. We have, over 100 videos just like this, the RocketGirl Show, on the Facebook page where you can check all of them out. We've got articles, community, learning. We have events every single week that you'll be invited to. And I'd love to have you join us. We have almost 13,000 members from over 47 countries. So don't miss out. Come join us. Until next time, I'm Belinda Wasser, signing off. Bye-bye.